Out of my league? What? What does that mean, out of my league? What the fuck? Look, bro, if you think a girl is out of your league, you've already lost. And you're in the totally wrong mindset. Now, thinking that a girl is out of your league is basically the same as thinking that you're too ugly or that your personality is too shitty to actually get certain girls. Now, this shows a total lack of confidence on your part and makes your chances of getting that really hot girl virtually impossible. Now, despite what you saw on The Big Bang Theory, you're not gonna get a girl by constantly pestering her with an immature attitude like that. The best you can hope for is probably a 300-foot restraining order. The second you start to categorize girls into leagues like, girls I can get on the left and girls I can't get on the right, is the second you totally ruin your chances with all those girls. Because you're telling yourself that you can only go for the lower tier girls than the ones you actually want. And that's a complete confidence killer. For example, I get a lot of messages from guys on my Instagram saying shit like, I like this girl and I really want to talk to her, but she's like out of my league because she's a solid 8 and I'm only like a 6. How can I talk to her? You mean to tell me that just because you're average looking, you're only going to go after average looking girls? No! You go after whoever you want. Now, my point of view on the idea of leagues is simple. Motherfucking based Zeus. I can get any girl I want and that's it. I never think a girl is out of my league, because if anything, I'm out of her league. Either we're in the same league, or I'm above her league. I don't even understand how it's possible for someone to be out of my league. Like, what does that even mean? There is no league above me. I see a girl I want to talk to, I just go up and do it, no hesitation. Alright, just gotta calm down here, because sometimes the Zeus man doesn't get the concept of any girl being better than anybody. You should never confine yourself to something that's less than you actually want. Now, this applies to girls and everything else in your life. Pursue what you want, and if you don't get it the first time you try, keep working until you get it. And just to be clear, I don't mean keep pursuing the same girl over and over for the next 10 years until you get her. I mean, keep pursuing whichever girls you want, regardless of whether or not they're hot, ugly, average, popular, unpopular, smart, stupid, cheerleaders, volleyball players, chess club captains, or whatever. Go for what you want, never settle. Being confident around girls is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you don't think you can get a girl, then that's it. You can't. You'll act all nervous around her. You won't believe you're good enough for her. She'll pick up on that because girls do. They have this intuition for judging guys who come on to them, and you'll fail really quickly. Epic one-liner coming up. How can you convince a girl you're worth liking if you don't even like yourself? However, if you're confident in yourself and say fuck the league, then you're already way ahead of the guys who aren't confident and are too focused on what fucking league they're in. Don't put yourself down. Being confident will actually boost you into a higher league anyway, if you still want to see things in terms of leagues. Being confident will boost you up into a higher tier because confidence is attractive, assertiveness is attractive, being straightforward is attractive, and so on. Whereas putting yourself down, being negative, complaining, being needy, and all that other shit is unattractive. Guys who believe they're in the lower leagues are in the lower leagues, but only because they've put themselves there. It's all in your mind, whatever you believe is the truth. Now, you might be thinking, yeah, but girls who are really popular, they know they're hot and popular, and they'll look down on me if I try to get them because they know they're cool and I'm not. That's just how it works. Wrong. That's just how it works for most guys, because that's how they believe it'll work. And so, like I said, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you approach a girl in a way that conveys the attitude that she's above you, then guess what? She is. If you approach the same girl in a way that doesn't convey shit, then you're just a guy having a good time and she happens to be there, and you're talking to her. Then she could be 5 points hotter than you, but if that's not the vibe you set, then that's not the vibe that gets set. In all honesty, I'm not some Channing Tatum-looking motherfucker. Looking back on it, in high school I was probably a 7 out of 10. And then I went out with girls who were 7s, then I went out with 8s and 9s and 10s, and I didn't give a fuck. I never even thought about giving myself a rating back then, because it didn't matter. Do what you want to do, and if somebody tries to tell you you can't, then that person's a fucking loser.